Call the meeting to order.
Jenkins,
Here.
Martin,
Here.
Vaughn,
Here.
McKinley,
Here.
Pearl.
Here.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first thing that we have on this evening's agenda is a presentation by the Garden Club. Ms. Clifton, you have the floor.
As you may or may not know, I'm the president of the Garden Club this year. And I'd like to propose to you that we would like to put up a rose arbor in the city park is basically the request. We would like to do it on the west side, as you can see by our map. And we've received some memorial money, and they wanted us to do roses. So we thought that that might be a good spot for it. We will eventually put a plaque on it, something, along the lines of it's a memorial to those that love beauty or something very generic like that, and perhaps put names of those that contribute to the memorial. And we want, I'm thinking of the fact that, okay, they mow, we don't want anybody to get hurt by thorns and things like that, so we want it at least 8 feet wide so that we can keep it trimmed away from the sidewalk. We want to do sturdy construction, so we're going to use at least 4x4s or bigger. We're going to use something very similar to this design, and it may change a little bit as people say, oh, I've got this, we can use that. As long as it's sturdy like we'd like for it to be, then we might be able to work it in. Everything is pretty much, it's easy to do, and the only thing that we're really going to need the city's help with is perhaps digging holes for the 4 posts that will go into the ground, and marking utilities to dig those holes. So everything else will be done by the Rose Garden, and it will be maintained by the Rose Garden. So that's what we hope to do. We are going to include some other roses besides the climber that will be on the trellis. And we're hoping to put it inside, I don't know if you've studied the city park, but the city park has those concrete gutters that are kind of half circles at the 4, points of the compass. So we're hoping that we can keep it inside that concrete curbed area, or just barely on the other side so that it won't, distract from mowing and, keep it weedy. So that's my proposal.
Does anyone have any questions?
You guys will maintain it?
Yes, we already
Really well.
maintain the city park.
Okay.
Or, the flowers in the city park.
The bridge or
The arbor,
arbor you have right here, how tall are you gonna have it? Gonna be
at
long?
least 8 feet.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we
seen
don't,
it across, but I don't know how tall it was.
I did not put that down, but yes, it will be at least 8 feet.
And we're gonna keep it away from the sidewalks for the little kids that ride bicycles.
Yeah,
That's what I was wondering, how tall it's gonna be.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. It'll be definitely open, the only way on to mow the grass and stuff for those big chopper mowers or whatever is the sidewalk, so I don't want to make it so narrow that they can't get those up there. So that's why we decided that at least 8 feet was going to make it good enough.
Any other questions? Comments?
Oh, sorry, Sandy.
Thank you.
When would construction start?
We're ready now, anytime. We hope to have it all in place this summer with your approval.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay?
The next thing that we have on this evening's agenda is one public comment from our own Mr. McNutt, sir.
First off, I want to thank you for doing your job, because I know how hard it is. I just thank you for taking your time, and appreciate it. I see some things getting done that I worked on, and that's great, the sidewalks and whatever.
Yes, sir.
So the main reason I'm up there tonight, I'm with the Triad. I don't know whether you all know what it is or not, but we are a group in Clinton and DeWitt County, not just Clinton, DeWitt County. We meet in Clinton. And the city has been active in this before, and what I'm looking for is participation, and if somebody, we always need members. Just because you're a member doesn't mean you have to be there all the time or jump out and do stuff or nothing, but it keeps you in contact. I think Demo is on our email list where he gets a report. I don't know whether the mayor does or not.
Yeah, I do not.
But it would be nice, if you did. Right now, we're working on a new project. It's called Are You Okay? And what it is you will give your information to this project, and your information will be your name, your address, your phone number, and a contact person. And basically that's it, as far as the information you have to have. What it is for, once you get on the list and in the system, it will call you. You set the time, and it will call you every day at that certain time. If you don't answer the phone, then it'll ring, I think, 3 times. And if you don't answer the phone, then 5 minutes later, it'll call you again. And if you don't answer that time, it'll call your contact person 1 time. If they don't answer, it calls 911 or calls the police department and have them check on you. So this is what we're working on. I talked to Deno, and I know what we will probably do when we get ready to get the information, because we all have been telling our seniors, don't pass out any information to nobody. They come to your house, don't tell them nothing. Well, now we're in the reverse of that. And what we thought might work is if we could take a uniformed officer with us at the time, and that way they will feel more secure about giving us the information we need. Right now, as far as I know, we're not asking social security numbers or nothing like that. It's just be your phone number or address. And that's the project that we're in the middle of. We approved buying the computer equipment. It'll all be done by computer. And it's free. That's the big thing. These Lifeline things you have, they're not free. I don't know whether any of you have been through any of them or not, but they're pretty expensive. And this is not a Lifeline. That's not what it is. It's just a system to check on you to make sure you're okay. That way, if you have them call at 8 o'clock in the morning and you're down, you're not there until somebody comes in, or whatever. So I just want to let you guys know what we're doing, and we'll be asking for participation. We'll probably be wanting a police officer. I would like to see one of you at a meeting. Just get your name on the list, get the email. You know what I mean? And it's a very good organization. Got a bunch of good people working on it. The last project for that, we're still working on it, was their medical packets, where you put your medical information in, your doctor, what you have, your allergies, your medicine you take, all this, and you put it either on your refrigerator door or in your refrigerator. If you put it in the refrigerator, you got to put something on the refrigerator to tell them it's in there. So, But this has worked out, we've got several hundred of those out, and we're still passing them out. So if anybody,
And that's a good thing, the fact that whenever the ambulance personnel come in and fix the way up, they know
They-
what medicines they gotta have, it's all there.
That's right. and you also know if they're diabetic, or, you know, if they have seizures, anything like this that can affect the situation. It might give you an idea, okay, she's down, possibly diabetic, seizure, you know, and this is a very good idea. The package was great, and it went over real well. I think this will too. Like I say, we're in the steps on this one right now, but we did approve buying a few. So, like I say, we'll probably might be hitting you up with some, not money necessarily. Not saying we won't, but not at this time and not necessarily. Mostly to just be support.
I'm glad you come up, because I've been seeing a sign out the center flashing about, do you know how you are?
Are you okay?
Like that, Are you okay? And now, I think it needs to be getting out.
That's what it's all about. I set up, I'm gonna talk to Kiwanis, and I'm gonna try to get set up where I can talk to the county, or chamber. And 2 or 3, maybe the Legion, just let them know what's going on, you know. Of course, everybody's begging for help, but just, you know, let them know.
That's the thing about it, they got a home phone number, and if they do have a cell number, you think you wanna have both, in case they might be shot.
Yeah. Well, we've got a couple bugs we're working on, yeah. One of them, it's really kind of a major bug that we didn't think about until our last meeting. There's several communities we visited that are doing this, and it's working great. It's saved a lot of lives. But what we don't know is, okay, you got a cell phone. It calls you. It rings one time and goes to your mail. That says the phone was answered. So that's a bug we gotta work out. And we don't, as I left last meeting, we don't know for sure how that's, but it's working in other communities, so I'm sure they've found a way around it. And also the same way with your landline. If you got an answering machine, and you got it set up to answer on the first ring, that answering machine says, I answered the phone.
Right.
So they're not gonna call me again. But that's a bug we're working on. And I don't wanna feed you a bunch of BS that we got it all cut and dried, because that's not the way things work. So, I thank you for your time. Oh,
Thanks for coming.
give each one of you one of these. Well, I've never been nervous up there before.
You gave me the wrong thing.
Oh, I gave you the wrong.
I think I
I gave you the wrong one too, I knew I did.
You grocery list on it.
My fingers don't work right. Get all of this. Something for you to think about. And I'm also going to print out some smaller versions of this, and they will be put at, I talked to Sandy, and she will put some here for people come in, pay their water bills to pick up if they like. And I'll have some out at Emos, and just different places I can think about around town, so people can get a hold of them. So
Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you very much.
thank you, folks. Thank you. Appreciate you listening to me.
We'll move on to section 1.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I intend
I'll second it.
to get back at somebody.
Call it.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
McKinley, Pearl,
Yes.
motion carried.
With there being no unfinished business, we move on to section 3, new business.
I'll make a motion that we accept prevailing wage ordinance 922.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Call it.
Martin,
Yes.
Vaughn,
Yes.
McKinley, Pearl, Jenkins,
Yes.
motion carried.
I'll make a motion we accept resolution 2013-22, donation to the Farmer City Raceway for the 4th of July fireworks.
I'll second.
Discussion.
I have a question on it.
Yes, sir.
It says on my form here, receivable expenditure of $2,000. It's got 2,00.
Yeah, it's, I know some, so.
Unless they can do it on two, then I will definitely.
Just have a comment there. I don't know.
Is it $2,000?
It is 2,000, yes, sir.
If I remember right,
We did
if
three.
I'm wrong, was it 1,000 last year?
I thought it was more.
Was it
Two
more?
thousand. We looked up last year, 2,000.
It was
It was
2,000,
2,000.
okay, okay. And it does save, since the city's not having any, I think it's, gives people some place to go.
The newspaper reported that they were going to charge, and I noticed that the Leroy corrected that on their Facebook post. There's no charge. It is, I guess, what is it? Appreciation night. I think it's appreciation night, family appreciation night. So up until a certain time, I think it's $5, but then after 8:30, it's free to get in. And that's July 5th is the fireworks. Do they come to us before? I mean, no, I mean, do they come to us before this late in the,
We should come around the 1st of June.
I would like to, I would encourage them to come sooner. If we were to turn them down and they had to raise that kind of money, or make decisions, I'm assuming they've already purchased what they need to purchase, so I appreciate a secret date on that. Any other questions, comments? Call it.
Han,
Yes.
McKinley,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
motion carries.
We move to section 4, other items. City manager is not here this evening, so I'm going to put city manager's report and the non-agenda items together. Do we have any questions or any non-agenda items that we need to discuss this evening? On the garden, thoughts? The rose garden, which I never promised you.
The only concern I had was if, the thorns, but if you're gonna keep that trim back,
Yeah, I think it sounds great.
I think it would help out some people. I worry about the kids getting up there, so I wonder how tall it was and all that. That's what I'm worried. They want monkey bars to be coming out of it and carrying on.
Are there any objections to it at all? All right. You'll work with Larry, city manager on that, so thank you.
Yes.
Any other non-agenda items? Yes, sir.
I had a couple of questions though. One, of course, Larry's not here, so we get addressed, we get Main Street, north side lane, we got pothole filled back in, we got concrete in yet. We have a water leak,
Is that where it curves right over by,
no, right in front of the apartments down there.
I didn't even see that, right
Not
by.
just that one, but all of them. They all need to be fixed. They've been there too long.
Yeah.
I know it's gotta be
About three
in
more
sometime to get it fixed this summer, but at least nothing else get that Volkswagen go in there or something.
All right. I didn't see that one, that's on the Main Street.
Yeah.
Wait a second, no,
North Main.
that's where it's rock, right? Where it's just, yeah, I have run past that. And there's, even further out, in this McKinley Drive, there's several of those that need to be taken care of. So, and you had another one?
We get the tractor fixed for the water plant, is it done, and remember being worked
I
on?
haven't heard any update tractor on the water.
It's not quick when we get that fixed, so we can use our own personnel.
I don't have an answer on that, I don't know.
well, I got a question on Willard might know. Did they come down and fill those holes down there going to the cart sheds? They did?
We got I did receive a letter thanking us for that, because they reminded me.
I think we do need to thank, I think the boys and the working crew did a pretty good job getting all the trees and limbs picked up after the storms.
I saw them chipping even as of today.
It's gonna be a while, but they're staying on.
I don't know how it all works, but we had a situation on, I don't know what street it is, by Beasley It was brought to my attention that it was a monster limb, and that thing had split, and there was a gap in it that, I mean, and they got on it very quickly and cut it off, so that was an accident waiting to happen.
Any other non-agenda items? You had a resident worried about not what NICOR did. I did receive a letter just now. It says the crew more than likely dug up on the driveway to get to the T where the service attached to the main. It is NICOR Gas's practice to put things back to the same condition, if not better. I will make sure a repair order has been made up to address the repairs on the driveway. So that's been addressed. Any other non-agenda items? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Hey, one other thing, I forgot to tell you.
Yes, sir.
We meet at 9 a.m. the last Thursday of the month in the sheriff's office.
I will give you my card. I'd like to see if I could attend to that. I'd love to. I'd encourage you also to reach out to the churches. I would encourage you to reach out to the churches. There would be a lot of.
Yeah, we just talked about
Okay,
that
very
too.
good. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion, yeah. I'll second it.
Call it.
Kelly,
Yes.
Pearl,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Harden,
Yes.
Hahn,
Yes.
motion carries.
Meeting adjourned.